Good evening. It's Monday evening, 7 o'clock, and here I am with mental mind treatments and psychic impressions. Thanks to Marianne, who's here already with the bowl to help me because I have been, I will say, suffering with I guess you could say, spring summer cold. I've got a cough, uh, been feeling really miserable for a couple of days. But there's something about when it comes to doing the work, which is what I do here, is I kind of straighten out a little bit, which is I don't. Maybe it's because I don't feel sorry for myself. I'm not sure. But anyway, I just want to warn you if I cough, I apologize. If my nose runs a bit and I wipe it, I apologize. Um, I've managed to get through my clients fine. I've been coughed right up to when I begin work, then no coughing. So I'm praying that the same thing will occur. Um, yeah, it's interesting time that's going on right now. So, and I'll be really happy when this whatever this is. I've had a lot of things go on in the last couple of weeks, which I've had to assimilate and haven't been the best at assimilating it. It's almost like too much is piled on. But anyway, besides that, I'm here for you, not for myself. Well, actually, I'm going to do a treatment for myself first. As what could be better than that? And I'm gonna do is called it's releasing all confusion because a lot of what I'm showing usually shows a little bit of mental confusion. And I had to think about that when I began to think about what I was doing. And I realized that all this coming in on me quite quickly is basically created a little bit of confusion because I'm not sure of some of the things that I've been told that I need to do or have. So, anyway, I'm taking care to sort that out. So, I picked three numbers. I picked 17, which is the star, 22, which is the fool, and number 4. That's my stubbornness coming out. Okay. So, I'm just going to give myself a treatment. So just listen along, see if it applies to you too. I know there is one power and one essence in this world, and I know that I am connected to the light, to the joy, to the love that is there. I know that in my energy that I put out and give out is that I can be mentally and emotionally strong. I have great faith in the direction that I'm moving in. I understand and work within that faith. But when I get unsure and get stubborn, then what happens that this emotional confusion that I was feeling begins to take place. It's not that I forget that I have all this wondrous information and knowledge. It's just that I get a little bit overwhelmed. Actually, I put confusion down. It really is overwhelmingness and having to assimilate. I give thanks in knowing that the power that I am connected to, that the love that I'm connected to, aids and helps me just to breathe and be at peace with myself and the world, knowing everything will work out exactly right. And so, with that knowingness, I release this by saying, and so it is. Amen. I've got a few more before I come to the board. The first one is Mango, who we've worked with on the last few weeks. And I today I decided just to work on strengthening her inner core. Sometimes, maybe because I also need to strengthen my core, and maybe others do as we make this transition into more heat, at least our end of where we are, more heat, more awareness, more etc. So when I think of Mango, I pick the numbers 8, 15, and 2. 8 shows that the strength is there, but she gets caught up in the emotionality that, and she needs to redecide what is the most important for her. She needs to come to grips with the emotionality and how it is and how it's working and what it's actually doing. So that, with that, as we move into treatment, it's like I know as I speak my word for Mango that strengthening her inner core is a belief that needs to grow with every breath that she has. To know that she's not alone and that there is power, a love, an essence that is there for her. And as she breathes in, then she will find herself feeling more secure and not so, I'm going to use the words fraught, like torn apart. And as she feels that sense of coming together, then there is ease and strength and purpose as she moves forward. I give thanks in the knowingness that Mango is strengthening, that her inner core is becoming more and more workable for her to hold on to understand through her strength and awareness. And so I release this knowing that there is strength and there is that inner core knowingness taking place here and now. And I give thanks for this as I release by saying, and so it is. I didn't hear from Judy this week, but I'm going to do another one. This is for Judy. I wrote to become aware of all that is supporting her, because my sense was she didn't really feel as supported as she perhaps needs to or has in the past. I got numbers 3, 12, and 1, which is the Empress, the acceptance, the Hangman, and number 1, the Magician. And showing that the universal love is there, that she needs to accept. She needs to accept she's loved no matter what's going on, and that everything is possible for her. So in that, we'll give the treatment. I know there is one power and one essence, and I know as I speak my word for Judy that she becomes aware with every breath that she is taking of how the universe is supporting and loving her. I give thanks in the knowingness that this awareness breathes in easily all around her, that she begins to become aware of how the support is there, and the enjoyment through acceptance that sometimes the support looks different than what one expects. And therefore, knowing that everything is possible. Everything is possible. The people, the time, the place. It's all in action, and it's all in where. Now, Kayla said, I'm frozen already. Is anybody, am I still frozen, people? Nobody else is able to write, maybe. Oh, jeepers. I can't see because it's me, and it might have been me because I use I'm leaning on, with this, it's very difficult, so I leave on the table. Marion says no. So if I froze, I'm back. Yay! Not frozen. Thanks, Karen. Okay, Kayla, you were up anyway. What I wrote down was relaxing on all levels. It's so funny, 4:00 usually on a Friday, Kayla phones, and I didn't get my phone call today, but she texted me. But my phone's been playing up a bit. So relaxing on all levels so the headaches are gone. I got 3, 17, and a 3 again, which the 3 is the Empress, lovingness, the understanding, the knowing, and the 7 and 17 is this balancing, and 3 again. I have this feeling of just letting everything move through. It's almost like a train going through a tunnel. So it's like seeing that tunnel and sending the headaches on their way. It's not even I'm not saying not acknowledge them. It's like sending them on the way. It's thinking goodbye. Anyway, I know the one power and one essence as I speak my word for Kayla. I know that love is paramount, that she knows it's there. She knows it is for her. And the acceptance of that love within herself that she gives so willingly to so many, that we allow it to move through for her, that she keeps it in her cells. She keeps it in the awareness of who she is and what she does. And so it is like the challenge of moving through and everything works in the essence of all. I give thanks in knowing this, that it's like a breeze. I can feel it. It's like a cool breeze that just takes everything and puts it somewhere else. It's like I want to put it in a cabinet or a drawer, say, go over there, play there, don't play in me. And that brings a smile to my face. That's what I need to say to my cough in my chest. Go over there. I've been taking cough medicine off and on because it helps relieve the coughing. Anyway, Kayla, lots of love and lots of knowingness, and knowing that light and love is there at all times. And it's not only with your breath, it's the knowingness that it's gone somewhere else. It's like it has wings and can fly away. I give thanks in the knowing of this, and I give thanks by saying, and so it is. Okay. Marion's there. Karen, feeling better soon, Norma. Blessings to you and everyone. Bless your heart. Thank you so, so much. Karen Lee, I would love a treatment for whatever comes up. Okay, let's see here. Karen Lee. 21, 15, and 7. 21 is the world bringing balance, and 15 is unfortunately the emotional card, the devil, and 7 is the chariot, which says I'm going to leave everything behind. So I think what we've got here is a recognition of what's happening around you, is to understand you have the knowledge and the awareness to handle and not get tied in. And I feel like it's other people's stuff. Don't get tied into what their stuff is, so that you can leave it behind and stay strong in your purpose. And so as we move into treatment, take a big breath, sway my shoulders. And I know there is one power and one essence. And I know as I speak my word for Karen Lee, that I have the understanding, the knowledge, and the awareness to be able to move forward and not get caught up in other people's drama, emotional awareness, and no, it is not for me to take it on. It is for me to understand that they're going through what they're going through, and that for you can leave behind as you move forward. It's like knowing that but you don't have to live it. You don't have to be at one with it. It was a sense of moving ahead. I give thanks in the knowing of this. I give thanks in knowing that Karen Lee has knowledge, has awareness, and has sense to recognize that sometimes you just keep your power with yourself, and other people need to find their own power, their own awareness, their own beingness. And I give thanks for this, to essence of being. And so it is. Thank you. Kayla says, thanks. I return to offer love and blessings to all. Bless her heart. Okay, Yale. And let me see. He says, hi. Okay, nothing else there. Marion says, no. Karen says, not frozen. Marion says again, Norma, you are okay. It was Kayla's. Okay, now we go to Leroy. Hi, Leroy. Not frozen. Everyone's saying I'm not frozen. I need some more names in here. Yvonne says, not frozen. Kayla says, thank you. I love the images of wings and the breezes that grace with love in my body. Bless your heart. Thank you. Yvonne says, hi there. Wishing you all the best to all. And Yvonne's numbers, 7, 14, and 21. Health. Okay, let's have a look here what we got. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's what part of this is the moving of from one set, like for us, it's been almost like no spring in a way. We've gone from winter to quite warm for us. And I think it's an adjustment of that. I think we have to adjust ourselves. Anyway, 7, turning away from what was. 14 is rebalancing, and 21 is a balance symbol also, but it also means attainment, that you've got everything balanced and is there. You've got 2 balanced numbers and 1 leaving behind. So let's see. Let me just think about that for a minute, because it's like something has to be let go here. It can be an idea, it can be a person, even. It is about recognizing that your life has a balanced perspective within it. There's a balanced awareness of direction, because when you have that balance and moving forward and not getting tied up with everybody else's stuff, you will attain. You will be there because everything will be in balance and be awareness. So let me see what the treatment says. I know there is one power and one essence. And as I speak my word for Yvonne, I feel a sense of renewal, a sense of looking at where the essence comes, the direction, the beingness, and bring my life back into, I want to say, form, as though this is what's important for me. This is what's important for me as I move forward. It's almost like I want to re-examine my goals so they fit in with the day-to-day. But I'm concerned personally, and I'm sort of out of treatment in a way here, about how come other people are taking a big hunk of it. It's in some way or a form. It's like back to the center of self, the direction of self, the awareness of self, the growth of self. And then I get a big grin, because it's like spring has definitely sprung. March is gone. That's spring. We're in May, heading into June, which is summer. So it's like that need of moving through. And with that, letting go of being over responsible, in a sense, comes joy, freedom. Freedom to be you, freedom to make the decisions that fit your schedule, maybe than others. I just feel the letting go of everyone else for a wee while anyway is just super, super, super important. And I give thanks in that knowingness. I give thanks in knowing that as I send this love out, as I send the sense out of being, you are at one with all there is. And it feels good. So breathe in, give thanks, and look after you. And thank you. Karen Merker says, I missed you. Okay, let me go back. Oh, there you are. Okay, thank you for letting me know. That was when everything was going a bit crazy. I have 4 numbers. I love the way you do that. 19 and 3. 18 is emotion. But it's a funny emotion because it's a hidden emotion often. It's the moon card, so it's deceptive. Often you will think you're being absolutely on point, but actually it's driven from sort of a hidden emotion and a hidden awareness. And it is a very deceptive card, I have found over the years. Anyway, with 5, it says, yes, you need more knowledge. And so I give thanks that you've asked that, because really you're progressing into newness. So it's like no fears, no concentration of the old, moving into newness with that 19, the sun, and the love force of the Empress from the number 3, as it all comes together in such a beautiful, beautiful way. Watch out for the hidden emotionality, because sometimes with 18, we're not aware that it's an emotional motivation. It's because it's sneaky and it creeps in. And, maybe the little thinking, oh, I should be doing this, or I should be doing that, or no shoulds. Let the should go. So let's see what we say here. I know there is one power and one essence, and I know that Karen is very, very connected into that loving sense as she's moving into such new awareness and new strength and new purpose and new loves, energy and different ways. I just can hear a piano playing and music just flying around, showing the runs and all those things. Knowing that, it is recognizing your power without fear, to be at one with yourself and allowing everything just to move in the direction that you want. I give thanks in knowing that Karen is making that transition into newness. The 19 sun represents that. 3, the Empress, shows the end result is love, abundance, awareness, and we're leaving the other behind. No more overthinking, no more trying to figure that this person needs more than that person. It just is. Remember, everything is isness. I haven't talked about isness very much for a long time. It just is. What do you want? Where do you want to go? What do you want to create? What do you want to be? Etc. I give thanks in the knowing of this. I give thanks in the love of this. I give thanks in all that there is. Okay, just catching up with myself here. Hang on a minute. Kayla, da-da. Okay, Yvonne, there I was. Karen Merkus says, you miss me. Yes, I got you now. Leroy, hello, choose some numbers. Let's see what comes up. Okay, I wish you knew what result you wanted. Hang on a minute, I got a cough. Excuse me. And I'll sip this and see if it makes a difference. Okay, Leroy, I want 13, 21, and 6. That's off the top of my head. 13 is the death symbol, the rebirth. 21 is the world where we have everything together, but 6 is confusion. 6 is the lovers. And in lots of ways, the lovers is all about what you're learning, what you're being taught, what you're coming to understand. That's what it is. It's like learning about balance, learning about energy, and learning about all those things, which I know you know a lot about. But you see, in transition, when we're in transition, which it shows that you are, because the death symbol is about that, we sometimes, excuse me, forget what we know basically, because we're looking for the extra. We're looking for the add-ons. And it says to me, when I look at this, relax, allow yourself to be aware of where you are and who you are and where you want to go. And don't get looking for, it has to be, what do we call that? It has to be a certain way. Life doesn't have to be a certain way. It just means you're needing to manage it. You're needing to understand it. And you're obviously in a transitional period of growth and progress and ease and all those wonderful things. So don't get confused about what's right and what isn't right. Is this right? Is this perfect? If it works, it works. If it feels good, it feels good. If there's anything else that isn't quite correct or direct or whatever you want to call it, then you let it go. Like if it's not working the way you want it to do, you just let it go. 6 can also be about knowledge, because 5 is the Hierophant, which is giving knowledge. 6 is the lovers, where everything gets confused. What do we do with the knowledge we get? Do we sit on it? Do we expand it? Do we allow it to become more of a bigger picture? These are all the things you are to experience and to go through. And for that, I give thanks and let go and say, quit worrying. Enjoy the process. It's a ride. Enjoy the ride. and not worry about, is it correct? Is it not correct? Should I be doing this? But anything with should in it, write it off. There's no shoulds in love, and there's no shoulds in the direction of where you're heading. So I give thanks for knowing this as I release this, knowing that there is lots of benedictions coming to your way. Hello. Kim says hello. It's highlighted in blue. Love it. 3, 6, 13. Kimner. Okay. 3 is the Empress. It's love, the love vibration. 6, I just spoke about, is the Lovers, the confusion. And 13 is death, the rebirth. So let's put all that together as a thought form first. There is a lot in your life that you like and love, or that you are wanting to have, but it's there for you. But you get confused because I almost feel now, this is where I'm going on feeling more than anything, is that you know what you want, but there's been a lot given to, because I don't have your age, of course, is that this is how you should do it, or that a lot of shoulds. Just remember, everything that has a should means somebody else says it's correct, but it may not be correct for you. Because you're in a process with this number 13 is the leaving behind the old and moving into the new. And therefore that 3, which is the love and the acceptance of self, is so important, because this is where you're progressing. But if you get into trying to figure, but I should be doing this, or I should be doing that, and why aren't I doing this? And then what we call beating yourself up about it, that creates the confusion. So you don't enjoy the transition that you're going through. You don't enjoy the direction. Now, we're not saying it's easy, because sometimes number 13, it can be a bit stressful, because you're leaving behind what you know, you're moving into the new. But let's do a treatment to give strength and power and knowledge to you. Yeah. Knowing there is one power and one essence, I speak my word for Kim. By the way, welcome tonight. As I speak my word for Kim, I know that the heart, the loving essence, is there. The desire, the wanting everything to be just easy. But then the mind kicks in, and it's the what ifs and ifs, maybes and perhapses. And what happens is we get confused. The real reality of this is that you are in transition, leaving behind the old, which you're ready to leave. Otherwise, you would not pick 13. In leaving the old, you move out. And yes, it's not always easy when you first leave what you know and you're moving into new things. But here is the strength, because you know that you're on the right path, and eventually everything comes together very, very well. If you know tarot at all, number 13th of death is followed by number 14th, which is temperance, balancing the life. Still on a path, you're not there yet, but it's growth and it's progress. And that's what you're doing, and that's where you're at. And I know the power will be with you as you step forward and not get into the confusion, not get into the mentalness of should I be doing this or that or the other. Follow your heart. Your heart is the key. That's that number 3. Follow your heart, because that's going to give you what you need, where you need it, and how it's going to work. I welcome you, and I trust this aids, and we're here every Monday night. Karen Lee says thank you, and Yvonne says thank you. Karen Merkus says thank you, very helpful. I will send more healing to you. Thank you, my dear. And I love Math 07 says hello. And that's it. Oh, well, we're just about on the half hour. So very often that's what we do. The odd time we'll go to 45, but we're here. So I just want to thank you for showing up, each and every one of you, because you make my life easier, give my life purpose, give my life a sense. And so when I'm coughing my head off, really thinking, how am I going to be? Actually, I'm doing fairly well, because I love to do my work. And so when I'm feeling out, and I also get to Math 07, did you receive my email? No, I don't think so yet. I haven't received it yet. I'm not aware of it yet. I haven't done a lot on the computer today, though. And Kim says, thank you so much. And you are so right on. Math 07 wants healing. Okay, I can do this. Healing as I was winding up. So healing for financial freedom, etc., independence. 4, 8, and 12. 4 is the issue. 4 is where we get stuck. We hold on to old ideas or old perceptions. 8 is where we need to bring in the force of love and bring that into the life. And 12 is the acceptance of it all, to accept. So what we need here, Math 07, is to let go the structures that you've been living by, to let go how you think it should be. In fact, I remember one teacher saying to us all, that the class at the time, there should be no shoulds. We all broke out laughing. No shoulds. Shoulds mean it's come from someone else. It means it's a structure that may not work for you. It means that you are putting yourself into a cardboard box rather than flowing with the loving force that is there for you. So if you want healing for financial freedom and independence, you let go of all the restrictions. You let go of the shoulds, the have tos, the got tos. You let go what other people say it should be, or you got to look at coulds. What could you do? What could you bring? Could you open up? The whole thing here is with this 8 and 12. It's to open up. And as you open up, the healing for the financial and the independence will come. Will come. But watch for the shoulds in your head. Watch when your body gets tight. All of that needs to go, whatever that is. Okay. I hope that trust. I'm releasing that. I think I didn't do the treatment. I did the talking. Hang on a minute. Knowing there is one power in one essence, I know from Math 07 that there is love, support, and ease. And as he moves more into the sense of his own power and his own strength and his own wisdom, and accepts that for himself, that all will unfold. I give thanks in the knowing of this. I give thanks in the ease in which he will embrace what is there for him as he moves forward. And I release this thought, knowing that it is done, by saying, and so it is. And so it is. Okay, I think we're done. I hope so. You have a good week. I'm going to be talking about the power of thought on Wednesday. If you haven't seen it, if you got a little bit uncertainty still about that, I'm sure I'll pick up what you need to hear and go from that perspective. And then, of course, on Sunday, my little thought, which kind of was pre what I'm going to do on Wednesday. You have a great night. Thank you for being on. Thank you for coming. Thank you for letting others know. And I will see you. And hardly any coughing. This is what's been happening when the energy flows. So I start to cough because I breathed in a little deeply. Anyway, you have a good week. No matter what you're doing, enjoy. That's the main thing. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. In the meantime, thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for the subscriptions if you haven't done that yet. And thank you for anything else that you need to do. I give thanks. And thanks to Marianne for the Tibetan bowl support. Appreciated tonight for sure. Bye now.